Cars. For most people, they're the biggest purchase decision after our homes. We're constantly exposed to advertising and other messages telling us which one's right for our lifestyle, which one will make us funkier or sexier or more popular, which one's smarter or tougher or safer, better for the planet or for our hip pocket. All these messages are valid. There are literally hundreds of new vehicles available. Sometimes though, there's just too much choice, and as the marketers know, our final decision may well be based on emotion as much as rational common sense. So how do we go about choosing a new vehicle to lease and making sure it's the right one to suit our own individual needs? Let's go through that process and along the way, hopefully give you the tools and information to make the best choice for you. Realistically, before we start the selection process, we will have considered two factors: what type of vehicle we want and a budget or budget range. Vehicle type may depend on your work considerations. Do you need to carry a payload, tools or equipment, or other people? You may also have lifestyle considerations. I'm a keen fisherman, so a four-wheel drive suits my everyday transport and recreation. Think clearly about how you'll use the vehicle most of the time and make sure it suits that purpose really well. You'll almost certainly have a budget range, so now you can narrow your choices down to a range of vehicles that suit your purpose and your budget. What's next? You'll probably want to consider value for money. What do various vehicles in your price range offer as standard equipment rather than added cost extras? Also, are these features actually adding value for you? You should also look at running costs, fuel consumption or economy, and fuel type, particularly diesel versus petrol. Manufacturers supply comparative figures on websites and in brochures, so use them. And look at likely service costs and intervals. Many people want to consider not just the financial aspects of running a car, but also its environmental impact. Even if you don't want to go as far as a hybrid or LPG car, choosing a 4-cylinder diesel engine over a 6-cylinder petrol engine could well almost halve your fuel use, and reducing your carbon footprint may be important to you. Here's a case study that shows a win for a driver and the environment. This person was commuting 120 kilometres a day, 5 days a week. By changing from a 6-cylinder petrol Pajero to a diesel model, he cut his fuel use from 14.5 litres per 100 kilometres to just 10.6 litres. That's more than 25%. Then by choosing to walk to the station and catch the train just 2 days a week, so he stayed within FBT limitations, he got some exercise, reduced his overall CO2 emissions to about 7.2 tonnes a year, or the equivalent of a small 4-cylinder car, and saved over $6,000 a year in travel costs. It's a winner all around. Now, chances are that even after you've been through the selection process so far, there will still be at least several cars to choose from. They're fit for your purpose. They offer the features you need and want. They offer good value for money. And you've looked at the running costs and the level of environmental impact you're comfortable with. There is one incredibly important further consideration that we believe should help you make your final choice. That factor is safety.
No matter how good a driver you consider yourself, or how much driving you do, wouldn't you rather do it in the safest possible car? I know that I would, and I'd certainly want that for my family, friends and work colleagues too. Motor vehicle safety falls into two primary categories: crash avoidance and crash protection. Let's look at crash avoidance features first. The most important, and one which may well soon be made compulsory, is electronic stability control, or ESC. When a vehicle is in danger of skidding or other loss of control, the ESC computer uses a vehicle's anti-lock braking and traction control systems to reduce uncontrolled skids and maximise grip and stability. ABS and traction control systems have been fitted to new cars for some time, but ESC uses them together to effectively prevent potential loss of control, avoiding crashes. With four-wheel drives, anti-roll features as well as electronic stability control are important considerations. as the higher centre of gravity may compromise vehicle stability in certain situations. The WA Office of Road Safety and Main Roads are also trialling intelligent speed adaptation technology. Although not yet available, this system alerts drivers when they are exceeding the speed limit for a particular location. Finally, one of the most effective and easiest crash avoidance strategies is to choose a highly visible colour. White cars are more visible under most conditions, and yellow on wet and overcast days. Although very dark vehicles may be fashionable, their visibility is poor, particularly at night or on dull days. Also look for daytime running lights to further enhance visibility. The best possible crash protection features are also essential to safety. Airbags, and particularly side and curtain airbags, can reduce the risk of injury by up to 45%. Seatbelts are vital safety equipment, but look for those equipped with pre-tensioners, load limiters, webbing clamps and reminder warning systems. Also make sure there are headrests on all seats, as these alone can reduce the risk of injury by up to 10%. Look for a strong and well-designed passenger compartment, offering good protection from frontal and side-on impacts. Also consider driver safety features. Seats that can be adjusted so driving position and visibility are optimised. Adjustable lumbar support can increase driver comfort and reduce fatigue on long journeys, and even electric mirrors aid visibility, especially as your driving position changes on a longer drive. For four-wheel drives and SUVs, reversing sensors and cameras are highly effective and strongly recommended safety devices. New cars carry ANCAP, or Australasian New Car Assessment Program crash test ratings. These range up to 5 stars, the safest, and we strongly suggest you choose a 5-star rated vehicle. ANCAP ratings are available at www.ancap.com.au, so visit this site and consider this safety rating in your car selection. Another very valuable resource is howsafeisyourcar.com.au. It's maintained by the Victorian Transport Accident Commission and has a wealth of information on choosing safer vehicles.
I hope this presentation has given you plenty to think about. Plenty of advice and tools when choosing your new lease vehicle. The process should be rewarding both in the short and long terms. That is, if your decision is soundly based.
I hope we've helped you on the road to selecting the right vehicle for your particular needs, considering environmental factors and, above all, safety. Because for yourself, your family, passengers and other road users, nothing is more important on the road than safety.
Finally, we'd like to leave you with a bit of simple advice. Here are a few easy steps to keep your car in the best and safest condition. Regularly check your tyre pressure as recommended. You'll save fuel and tyre wear. And while you're at it, check your tread depth for safety as well. Check all your fluid and oil levels regularly too. You'll save on potential maintenance and safety problems. Keep an eye on your lights, indicators and horn to make sure they're working properly as well. Choose the right car, put the strong emphasis on safety it deserves, and enjoy your motoring.